Hey everyone, Sal Sophia here, Realtor with eXp Realty, financial and estate planner, insurance agent, here to share some information about getting more leads. Isn't that isn't that the name of the game, right? More leads. Well, let's talk about using as a lead generation estate plans, trusts, and probate. How can you get more prospects? How can you get prospects that want to speak to you, that you can have many conversations with? Because it is the conversations that ultimately leads to making sales and also growing a client base. You need to show what you do differently and better than others. And you want to stay top of mind while you're growing your referrals. And we have a system in place that I believe, once you understand the real nature of it, your referrals will grow exponentially. So it's about getting listings and making more sales. But how do you do that? By solving a problem that everyone who owns property has. What is the one thing every homeowner has in common that needs help with but may not know it? The common denominator is the real estate deed. Knowing about and helping a family with their deed is the number one marketing tool that you could use to gain access and entry into a family and learn about their property needs, help them manage their property transfer and save them potentially thousands of dollars down the road. How? By helping people with their deed and property transfer. Because where there is a deed, there is a need. Let's face it, everyone that has a property has a deed of some kind. Has that deed been recorded properly? Is it updated to the desires of the owner as to the heirs or remainderment? Will the property be probated now because the deed shows the property personally owned? And do you think you should avoid probate? That's the first question on your property. And would a living trust that you might have heard about help a family avoid probate with their property? You know, the real estate industry does a great job educating realtors on what to do before the sale. But what do realtors do for their client after the sale? You know, many send thank you notes or a bottle of champagne, bottle openers, free tickets, photos. Is this really enough? And then after that, then what? To start looking for the next sale again? But why not use estate planning services as a lead generator? We have many agents that are doing this successfully, not just in the real estate, but also obviously financial planners, insurance agents, because it's the key that unlocks the door. So you can help people, families, by being an estate planner or a real estate planner more specifically, and help them with their property transfer by educating them. Now, what are agents doing today to help families protect their most valuable and probably the largest investment they ever made, and one that, you know, their agent put them into? Well, not a lot. So you need to know that there's an easier way for you to help them solve a big problem they'll face. One that'll keep you tied to the family during their lifetime, be positioned that you'll get referrals from their family members, differentiating yourself, being an advocate for their successful real estate transfer. You'll make additional passive income along the way, but you'll also grow a large audience of people. Making sure that a property you sold to someone is protected, bypasses probate, makes for an efficient transfer upon death, disability, or other conditions is probably one of the best things that you can ever do for someone. They will thank you for being the only one to help them with this and remember you for all of their real estate needs. So doing this will propel your new business leads and referrals because not protecting property will cost the family an extensive amount of money, time, and headaches, and they will not be thinking of you at the time of the sale. But why is estate planning important? A comprehensive and up-to-date estate plan is critical to have in place to protect you and your family. Here are some of the benefits. You decide who gets your assets. Many people feel they don't need a will. You ask, and they say, I don't need one. And you'll tell them, well, you're wrong, because without a will, state law will dictate who gets your assets. Do you want that to happen? Do you want the government really to take control? This is true even if you have already told friends and family which assets you want them to have when you die. So regardless of how much or how little you may have, make sure your wishes are known by creating a will. Who will take care of your minor children if something were to happen to you? Without naming a guardian in your will, a judge will make the decision as to who will have the care, custody, and control of your children and the inheritance, the property that they receive. And oftentimes, this can cause family turmoil, as different family members will fight for custody of the child and control of the property. I go through this regularly with people that are asking for my assistance. It's kind of too late, but I can advise them on what they need to be doing to protect their asset. The only way to let your wishes be known, though, is by naming a guardian in your will. Ask anyone who has ever dealt with the death of a family member who didn't have a will or a trust in place. And they'll tell you how frustrating, time-consuming, and expensive it is to get everything sorted out. This is one major daunting task. If you've ever gone through this or know any family that has, you'll understand what this is really all about. This is the ultimate help that you can provide a family with, and it goes a very long way. By helping them, guiding them toward creating a revocable living trust and transferring their assets to it, you can save the family the time, expense, and the emotional upheaval of this elongated, what I would call elongated probate process. Here's a chart that shows how many people have documents in place, and you can see it's surprisingly, it's going in the opposite direction. Turns out even with COVID, you would think that more people would have documents in place, but in fact, over the last 4 years, it's really quite less. This is a survey that was completed by caring.com. You certainly can go there and pull out many more surveys and information. But the main reason people don't have a will or a trust, and many say, I haven't gotten around to it, or I don't have enough assets to leave, or it's too expensive to set up, or I don't even know where to go to get started. But it comes down to two things. They either have no motivation or they have no knowledge. And you can provide them both. As a realtor, we can and should know how to educate and motivate people to do the right thing that they should be doing with their property that they either are buying, have just purchased, or have had in place for many years. There is no one exempt from this. So really, it's everyone with property are people that we should be speaking with. Here's the breakdown by age group, and you can see the largest segment of the population is the older section. 55 and older will have more documents in place than the younger folk, which is pretty cool because personally I like working with seniors. I can relate to them much better. They have the means financially. They also have the desire, and they understand that time is running out. And they have the time to sit down too to make sure these things get done. So they have the time to sit with you. And again, who would be doing this more than others? It's the people who have the higher income. They're more concerned. They want to safeguard their money. They've worked hard for it. So incomes of 80,000 or higher are going to be the bulk of the population who have put plans in place and documents. So can you see the access to the more affluent market? This is the target market where we should be and you should be penetrating. The market of probate is very hot. I see it all around me. Many agents are trying to learn how to tap into the probate market. They need to learn a lot of things, and they're trying to get leads and listings of property that may be available, but it's available upon someone's death or disability, which means it's kind of late in the process. But again, these are people that the agents don't even know, and those people don't even know the agent. So how are agents working the probate market today? In my opinion, they're working it backwards. I recently gave a session for EXP agents called Why Wait for Probate? And I listed the 10 reasons not to wait for probate. I mean, not having to pay for probate leads, wouldn't that be great? Because it's expensive. You're late to the party when you play it this way. You need to get through to the family administrator or the gatekeeper, and then you have to sell yourself, make sure that they like you and trust you. And you have to wait a long time before a sale is consummated and you make your commission from it. You also need to have a good education, a strong foundation on probate and all its state-specific laws. And you also may have to battle, and I've seen this happen, where agents are in conflict with the family over what the listing price should be or who's going to determine that. And so there's just a lot to go through, in my opinion. I always look for the easier way out. So how can you get involved with avoiding probate now? And why should you do this today? Well, number one is to be first on the list to the party when someone passes away, becomes incapacitated, right? Or disabled, or there's a need to transfer that property or have it pass through probate because it wasn't properly protected, which is like 90% of everyone. So you also want to be introduced to the family advisors before anyone else. That means their attorneys or the executor of the family, and who are the key decision makers. You want them passing them to you. And you also want to know about the property, all about the property and its potential sale before anyone else, saving the family money and nightmares. So they're easily able to transfer the property, avoiding probate on their property as well as other assets. This is a strong value proposition for an agent. So hold this in their marketing kit as even an incentive, which some do, for buyers or sellers that work with them. And it will set you apart from the others. Getting you inside the family unit as part of their fabric is really something that no one else is doing. And this is the perfect opportunity for it. And I spoke about referrals. Well, it's pretty simple actually, because anytime there's property and it needs to be named a beneficiary or an heir to the property, you're going to know who that is. They're going to share that, and they're going to recommend that to you, who that person is, because that person may be their son or their daughter. And guess what? They may own a house, and probably do. And this is needed for them as well. So you have now another person that needs to protect their asset to go forward with and let them know who you are, what you do. And even if nothing happens with the sale of the property in a year or two, maybe the timing could be perfect and they're looking to sell their property now or looking to buy now. That also happens. But you're setting yourself up for continual referrals. And it doesn't stop just with that one family, because they have friends and neighbors. And it's all so that we can make more sales, which leads to more income. This is a slide that talks about some of the technology that you'll get if you want to participate with us. You'll get the access to have real-time living documents drafted in the technology where clients can have it sent to them. This is good to use and share in all 50 states. You'll get a custom link, a site, a branded website with your own marketing hub, flyers, cloud vaults. You'll get an agent dashboard I'll show you. You get a 25% commission that's paid on the plans that are generated. And there's no licenses needed. Why is that important? Because I have realtors and other agents that are setting up teams and don't want to really spend a lot of time marketing this, but they know how important it is. So they may be people that are good with technology and they know how to talk to people or make phone calls and do some of the marketing for them, and they can be compensated and you can collect an override. It's all about being part of the fabric of the family when you really think about it. No closing should ever take place without a probate avoidance trust and a real estate plan package put in place. It just needs to be a byproduct of the whole process. There are many life events that take place in people's lives. Probably have happened to you. I know it's happened to me, many of these. But you can see that every time there's a life-changing event, that's an opportunity for a sale or a purchase of property. It just is. If they relocate to a new state or buy or sell real estate and they're thinking about that, or change in marital status, or home or assisted living care, moving in or out, right? Individual or great family illness or retirement, people thinking of downsizing or right sizing. You're the first in line to know this. And this is where business is generated, and this is how you stay and maintain yourself as fabric of that family. So let me introduce Netlaw Advisor, because that is the technology, it's the company that have blended their technology with their advisor expertise so that you can gain access to the application, get your own portal with systematic insights into the wishes and needs of clients, and you offer it to them and you give it to them as a free service that when they're ready, they can purchase this at a great discount. There's even a BOGO in place from time to time, where when a plan is purchased by one of your clients, we entitle you with another complete comprehensive plan to give away to anyone you want. So say hello to the ultimate client engagement tool. It's trending more now than ever before, and it keeps you in step and ready to recommend exactly what they need when they need it. Now, you're not writing the documents, you're not drafting them, you're not an attorney, you're not going to be. But what you're doing is simply letting people know what the right thing to do is. And don't you want to do that anyway? Isn't that what we do? We try to tell people what the right thing to do is. So why would we want to leave out one of their most important investments of their lifetime? There's two sides to it. One is the technology web-based system, which has won a great award through the American Bar Association for Innovative Excellence. And that's the technology piece. And the other side is a estate planning attorney network across the country that they can tap into if they have difficulty or certain questions and may need something maybe a little different. Here's the probate package. Let me go through it. It consists of the last will and testament, a children's trust, durable financial power of attorney, healthcare surrogate designation, HIPAA authorization, advance directive, the living will, right? Pet trust, your probate avoidance trust, your revocable living trust with the proper language, life vault cloud storage, and if there's a spouse, the spouse gets their plan free without having to pay someone to draft another set of documents. It also can provide families that have children with special needs, a special needs trust. This is very important for families to safeguard, not just financially, but custodially, making sure that people are managing the affairs of that special needs individual. And I say special needs individual and not always child, because anyone can get into a car accident or get gravely ill and have a lifetime of care required. And these trusts are set up. These are set up after the fact, generally. They're not set up before, where a probate avoidance trust or any kind of trust or will planning is set up pre an event taking place. The website that you have will come with this wonderful explainer video. It's well crafted, professionally done, great actors, actresses, great. I love it. I share it. No time to spend here showing it to you, but ask me for it or sign on with us. You'll get it. Here's the website you get. Easy Online Estate Planning. It's well done. It's a great site for people to go to. Your face will be there, not mine, yours. You brand it any way you want. Call yourself whatever, realtor extraordinaire, whatever you want to call yourself. And your information is there. And your information is there while they're inputting the information. So when they have questions or when they're filling out the information, which is done like on a wizard basis, like TurboTax is in a way where they can't skip anything, right? It's easy to do. You are the one that hosted this for them. You get some great testimonials. They're well done. It's part of your website. And you get the packages that they can select from. Now you'll see the middle one, the Premium Probate Avoidance Package. That's really what I call the comprehensive plan. That includes the living trust, the probate avoidance trust. You really can't get this kind of value anywhere, including the attorney network, and for you to build a practice upon. The Essentials package is $400, but for $200 more, give them and they do select it. They take the irrevocable living trust. I'm sorry, the revocable family trust. They do, because it's silly not to for $200 extra. For $750, for those that are inclined to protect their estate from estate taxes and use life insurance to do so, we can get them hooked up with a ILIT, irrevocable life insurance trust, and put that in place. Here's a look at the back office, the dashboard that you'll have. You'll see activity that comes in, contacts, leads, referrals, people that have paid, that have registered and paid, or registered and have not paid, people that have been invited, people that selected your quiz and looked at your quiz, which you could send out. Over here on the left side, there's a marketing center. It's complete with PDF flyers that you can share, branded, again, branded to you, with many different topics. One of them even is moving. Are you moving, or do you plan to move? And so it opens up the need to discuss, hey, you need to change your trust, your will, your information. It's a new address. You may have different changes going on. So it's a great system. So let's review it. Why is it great for agents? Well, it's free, 100% free for you to have and to use. It's easy to explain, easy to sign people up. It's commissionable. It makes them look great. I mean, it really does. It makes them look like they're doing the things in their life that they've always wanted to do, but they failed to do it because no one really cared enough, I guess. So you'll build client loyalty throughout their lifetime here. And why is it great for families and clients? Well, as I said, it's very convenient. It's done from their home or office at their own privacy whenever they want. They could start today, continue tomorrow, go back again, rechange it. So it's easy and it's fast. The documents are presented to them in a PDF. All they need to do is go out with the documents, go to a notary, have it notarized with 2 witnesses, come back, upload it to their vault. Of course, let you know it's done. You'll know, and you'll congratulate them. See, these are great ways to stay in touch with people and know what's going on. It's very affordable. It's private. The docs, as I said, are uploaded. It's good in all 50 states. On the top, you'll see client-facing screens. These are screens that they see. Now, this is being changed as we speak, and the screens are going to look and feel and act even better than they are, which I find like impossible because they were fabulous as they were. I never had a problem, and nobody's ever called me and said they had difficulty, but they're doing some great modifications to it. It's available, of course, you can get on your iPad or your touchpad or whatever you want to call it, your cell phone, smartphone, desktop. It's all there for you. So I really encourage you to learn more about marketing in the estate planning, probate, space, because it's wide open, folks. So there's my number. You can give me a call, 561-459-0222. Send me an email. If you're an EXP agent, you can find me on Workplace and reach out to me there. We have about at EXP close to 400 agents now using the system and joining us from time to time in training sessions, which we give, and they're making money and they're helping their families do the right thing. So it's a great opportunity for everyone. So we hope that you'll give it a try, and we look forward to speaking to you soon. Bye for now.